Cyber may have been eagerly awaiting for. Now, I'm curious to see him go for Ken. All right, this is another character that's deep in the pockets of Cyber. We'll see how it works out. Now, contrary to popular belief, this is a character that exists. Not a very popular character, mind you, especially here in the Long Island scene, but it's typically well regarded that Ken has a better combo game than Ryu, with better damage output, better strings for a larger array of casts, and he's cooler, I guess, if that counts, but at the same time, focus movement is going to be very difficult for Cyber to maintain on the board while Meta Knight is on the ground. A lot of Meta Knight's better approaching tools happen to be multi-hits. And at that, a lot of Face's Meta Knight is found through aerial pressure and micro spacing, which was excellently shown with, I mean, it was a forward tilt, so there's nothing impressive out of it, but standing right out of the range of focus attack or Ken is pretty ballsy. But I mean, there's gonna be a lot to see out of this. I feel like this is a matchup I haven't seen yet from like any scene in particular, but if Cyber can throw out the wake up DPs, it's gonna kill eventually. Especially since it seems like in this matchup, Cyber's not gonna have that much of an issue to put on the damage. I'm rather curious to see what Face is actually going to do in this. I know he's not too well versed with fighting the newer characters, especially ones he doesn't get a chance to practice against. And as far as Long Island is concerned, the only really active player we see is User with Ryu. I'm aware there's a couple of others. As far as Ryu is concerned, I personally have not seen any Kens, but I don't have a doubt in my mind there's got to be at least one on Long Island. That being said, we're worrying about Face and Cyber right now, and it's a fairly even match. I think Face has figured out that staving off a lot of Ken's pressure with back air is what Meta Knight's going to want to do. But Face needs to make these interactions where he gets Cyber off stage really count. He's also going to be careful with his shield. Focus attack is no joke on shield, and a lot of Ken's kit is able to shield poke. If not, he can threaten shield break fairly easily. All right, I like that. Put out a quick hitbox just to interrupt. And then Nair's going to be able to edge guard. All right. Face moving along with his Meta Knight. Not too much damage put on. If he plays this evasive game plan, I feel like this game one is in the bag for him. The rapid jabs I find to be especially funny pressure because this shouldn't be working. Good patience at the ledge. Drill Rush, a little bit of a hasty move. Managed to catch out Cyber, but still, not something I would recommend. If Cyber's more patient, he could sort of wait it out, punish with focus attack, lead it into his own combo, or hell, he could even check it towards the end of it with his own Dragon Punch. All right, Face trying to get cheeky. Really can't afford to do that now, but the drag down bear is going to connect to a Gentleman's. And Cyber very dead off that play. Turned around, too far from the ledge, no jump. One way or the other, Face going to find himself in game one. Now, just as a note, winner of this match moves on to fight DK Will in losers quarterfinals. And on the opposite side of losers quarters, we have Tommy and Riley fighting to stay alive. So this is going to be a very interesting loser semis, one way or the other. Neither Face nor Will nor Riley have made it into the top 4 of an AON Ultimate bracket yet. So this is sizing up to be very exciting, especially as we have our two true defenders of the house waiting over in winners finals. And as expected, Cyber going to be switching back to the Joker that's been getting him through this bracket tonight, and Face staying tried and true to Meta Knight. Oh, we even got the mass destruction going on Battlefield Mementos. All right. just a quick gush. I am a huge Persona fan, so you can only imagine how grueling the past 5 months of a wait have been for this character, but boy howdy, am I glad to at least see people humoring me by picking into one of the most aesthetically pleasing Battlefield variants we've had in a long time. But with that out of the way, covering the matchup at hand, Joker very fresh onto the scene and exhibiting qualities of a lot of characters that we've seen. Joker, a bit of a strange composite character. A lot of people are comparing to Sheik. As far as moves go, he's got sort of like a swordy, sour down air without Arsene. With Arsene, Arsene just slams the Tims down, and the majority of characters are going to die at straight up like 40, 50%. If they don't get brought right into the blast zone, far too low to return to the stage. It's actually kind of incredible. Although, with the Wings of Rebellion active, there's no hitbox on that recovery, and it's not particularly fast. It's like a souped-up version of Shooting Star, Rosalina's recovery. So if FaZe is bold enough to really get down there, he could effectively edgeguard Joker, but he has to be careful of the reverse. Joker, with guns used downwards, can very effectively start to snipe out jumps from Meta Knight, as well as keep on lowering him to the point where Shuttle Loop won't be able to return to the stage. Excellent air dodge and great spacing from Cyber. Gets him back to the stage, but faced with quick reactions, is going to manage to take out the stock. Yeah. You're joining me just in time for Cyber down a game.
This is the mic hot?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You're live, buddy. I'm joining.
I can't hear you, though.
Oh, I'll work on that.
All right, but we got FaZe versus Cyberman. I'm very excited that Cyber is playing Joker.
He's doing a good job of it, too.
Yes, like I've been watching him all day because I've been watching anyone who's been playing Joker, just seeing what Joker might be capable of. Because it seems like everyone I've seen play Joker has done different things with Joker, or has tried different things. But I haven't really gotten too much to see Cyber, but the little I have seen of him, it's looking really clean.
He has a really good sense of spacing, and that's evident across a lot of the characters that he plays. Like, especially in Ulta, because what a lot of was seen with his Pit, Dark Pit, and Sonic early on was the fact that he couldn't really afford to miss a move or step out of line, because any type of aggression where he wasn't winning out the full thing was a massive overstep on his half, and he would just see tons of damage or lost stocks, lost games, etc. from it.
Yeah, especially with Sonic. Sonic, like, he has some really bad, like, frames after, like, moves missing. In particular, homing attack comes to mind for me.
Yeah, no, his first actionable frame on a lot of his better approaching moves leave a lot to be desired. So the fact that Cyber's able to microspace a lot of his interactions with Joker just goes to show that a lot of that practice has proved to be fruitful.
Yeah. But,
however, FaZe keeping this match pretty tight. Going to bring it down to last stocks for Game 2.
Yeah, the FaZe Meta Knight. This is something I don't think a lot of people know about.
It's been on the grind.
I know it has. I was playing it at like 3 in the morning like the other day. So.
Yeah, for those of you who are at AON After Dark, we see FaZe grind out these characters, and the Meta Knight is actually what I think fits his style really well. I think it complements his Bowser very nicely. And even though overall I feel like Meta Knight isn't too strong of a character in the current meta, it's good for the local meta. On Long Island, we have a lot of players who want to play off the ledge or play very strong on controlling stage, but need to put a bit more effort in as far as returning to the stage goes. So Meta Knight being amazing at edge guarding and doing a decent job of at least shuffling the battle around platforms or around the base platform works out super well in the, at least as an anti-meta pick.
Yeah, even against Joker, because Joker, if he doesn't have Arson out and you hit him with when he's trying to grapple, like, I feel like 90% of the time he ain't coming back.
Yeah, it's hard. We've even seen Cyber do a really good job of like getting himself to the stage without exhausting resources. Like, he would use his air dodge, he would stall for his jump, he would gun stall too, which I think is going to be one of the most important aspects of Joker off stage. And FaZe would just hover around near the ledge and wait for his opportunity to nair or shuttle loop to counter it. And I feel like that's what a lot of players are going to have to figure out how to do with their characters. as far as the counterplay to Joker is concerned, because his recovery is dope.
Yeah. So tight. Have these two played often?
No, they usually don't run into a bracket that often, especially not this late in bracket. And
This is top 8, right?
this is to place into top 8, I believe.
Okay.
I believe this is losers 7th.
This
So,
is, ooh, the Nair.
yo, he does it. Faced with a clean 2-0 over Cyber.
And the first high-placing Joker at Aeon.
Yeah, that would indeed make Cyber the highest placing Joker, but I guess we see which mask is stronger.